What's going on, guys? Much like TCG here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a deck I've already profiled, but it's a better reformed list in my opinion. I feel like it's a bit better than the original list I had, and that's Slowpoke Psyduck. And so, I think the problem with my list was it just wasn't as consistent as this one is, and it was looking at it with the Hat Ladies, which was not really necessary. So, of course, we play the 4 Slowpoke Psyduck, which does distance slash 40 for each supporter you discard from your hand. Next, we play as well, like usual, 4 Lapras with Mermaid Call to get a Misty's request from your discard, or Misty's favor, from your discard into your hand. And now one matchup that's a bit tougher for Slowpoke Psyduck is Malamar. So one card we try and play to get around that is Hoopa. And we are using Hoopa for the Evil Admonition attack. This attack does 20 more damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon that has an ability. And a lot of Pokemon in the Malamar decks are mostly have abilities. And now we play 2 different Dragonites. Now you might be asking, where's the Dratinis and Dragonairs? Well, we actually play a certain card to get around having to play those. So the Dragonite, on the left says Fast Call, search your deck for a supporter from your deck and put it into your hand. So it's pretty much just search your deck to do 40 more damage. And we also play this Dragonite, and it's once during your turn before you attack, you may search your deck for a water energy, once during your turn, you may attach a water energy and an electric energy, or one of each from your hand to one of your Pokemon in any way you like. So if you have 2 water energy in your hand, you can attach for turn and then use the ability to attach the second one. Now, like last time, we play a bunch of supporters, but we're not playing the Hat Ladies this time. So our first supporter is a 4 and it's Steven's Resolve. Now, Steven says, search your deck for any 3 cards and your turn ends. So that's super good for setting up, say, if you need a Slowpoke and a Lapras, but you don't want to use Fan Club, you can use Steven's and then also get another card that you need. So it's probably the most optimal turn 1 supporter. Next, we play, of course, 4 Misty's Favor. Search your deck for any 3 supporters and put them into your hand. And that's just a necessity card we have to play for because of the Lapras. And next, we play Pokemon Fan Club, and we play 4. So this is just mainly for getting out our Slowpokes and our Laprases and our Hoopas, and it can't give a Dragonite, of course, because they're not basics. Alright, next, we play 3 Blues Tactics. I'm debating about cutting this card because I don't see why you would want to play this to end your turn instead of just Stevens. But maybe just keeping 1 for the idea of if you ditch your whole hand and with supporters, you can blues and draw up to a fresh hand and have maybe even more supporters in your hand. Now, we're going to most of the time be behind on prizes. So we play 3 Lieutenant Surge, and Surge allows us to where we can play 3 supporters per turn. You can play Surge and then 2 more supporters. So a very good scenario would be Surge, double Misty's to have grabbing 6 supporters, and then double Mermaid Call to hit 320 damage. Which is very possible if your opponent can take a turn 1 knockout. Next, we play 2 Lusamine, just in case, say, if we want to recycle a 1-of supporter that we've already used and put it back into our hand, we can use Lusamine, or if we want to get back any of the stadiums that we play. Now, moving on to our 1-of supporters, we play 6 different 1-ofs. First, the most important 1-of we play, and we can only play 1, of course, is Lance Prism Star. Now, if Lance reads, you can only play this card if 1 of your Pokemon was knocked out during your opponent's last turn. And if it does meet that criteria, you can search your deck for 2 Dragon Pokemon and put them onto your bench. So essentially, how you want to do it is search your deck play Lance and grab both Dragonites. Now we do play ways of getting Dragonite back into our deck if we draw into it, which is never really a good scenario, but we have ways around it. Next we play one Bill's Analysis. I don't have any Bill's Analysis, so this is a Bill's Analysis, and that says, so look at the top 7 cards of your deck. If you do, or look at the top 7 cards of your deck and grab 2 trainer cards you find there. So that can be pretty much search your deck for, alright, look at the top 7 cards and grab 2 supporters. So that's essentially Bills for 80 more damage for the knockout, or for damage wise for Ditch and Splash. Next we play not 4 Judge, sorry. This isn't Pika Judge. But Judge says each player shuffles their hand into their deck and draw 4 cards. And we mainly play this just to try and disrupt our opponent early on, or if we have a bad hand, just a way of shuffling our hand into our deck, say if we draw into a Dragonite. We also play Lana. Heal 50 damage from each of your Pokemon that have a water energy attached. Healing is super crucial in this deck, but you don't really have enough space to heal. So Lana is just one of the many ways you play of healing. Next, another card I believe could be cut that I still play is Brock's Grit. This was mainly played for the Hat Ladies because you played so much water energy, but it's not really useful now since you're not playing as much water energy. But it could be used to, say, get back some of your Laprases or Dragonites. And our last supporter is Tate and Liza. You can shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 5 cards, or you can switch your active with one of your bench Pokemon. Both ways can be very useful in their own situations, but I find myself switching more than I do shuffling my hand into my deck. And going on to our item cards, we play 3 Pokegear. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck and choose a supporter you find there. Now, I don't know in what scenario you'd be using Pokegear and failing, so Pokegear is just really good for finding a supporter to try and do more damage, or if you actually, for some reason, are looking for a certain supporter. Now, we have 6 ways of searching out our slow decks, but we play 2 Cherish Ball, search your deck for a GX Pokemon. This is one of the ways we have specifically for searching out Slowpoke. Now, touching back on the healing, we play 2 Great Potion, heal 50 damage from your active Pokemon GX. So that's just good, say, if we had a Giratina attack us and we have 130 on us now, we can use a Great Potion to make it where they can't 2-shot us and turn into a 3-shot. Next, we are going on to our 1-of trainers. We play 1 Energy Spinner. Search your deck for a basic energy card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. And if you go second on your first turn, you can search your deck for 3 basic energies. Now, of course, we're going to be using that to search for water energy. Next, we play 1 Choice Helmet. This Pokemon that is attached to takes 30 less from Pokemon GX and EX. So that's just another way of being on the defensive side and not taking as much damage for healing. Next, you play 1 Reset Stamp. Your opponent shuffles their hand into their deck and draws a card for each prize card they have taken. For each prize card they have left. So the best way of using that is if they have 1 card left or 1 prize card left, you can reset stamp them to 1, and they might not be able to get out of it per se. So now, saying we draw Dragonite into our hand, Pokecalm is another way of getting it back into our deck and being able to hope that we don't draw into it again, saying we already got it back into our hand, or back into the deck. And we play 1 Switch Raft. Switch your active water Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, you may heal 30 from this Pokemon, the new benched Pokemon. Going on to our we only play 2 stadiums. We play 2 Power Plants to cut off, say, Keldeo GX or Mew or Dedenne. Just a super overall good stadium for us. And wrapping up the list, we play 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 water energy. Which is good enough now because we have Spinner to search for water energy. And we have Stevens for also attaching for turn if we need to find water energy. And that's going to be doing it for Slowduck today, guys. I'm probably not going to do any more Slowduck deck profiles unless it does good at a tournament. I don't find myself playing this as much as I used to, but I still think it's a really fun deck and I enjoy playing it though. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you.